You think you've seen everything artificial intelligence can do? Then get ready, because what I'm about to show you will blow your mind. The new version of ChatGPT doesn't just create stunning images, it completely redefines what we understand as digital creativity. But it doesn't stop there. What if I told you those images could become 3D objects? That you could predict chemical reactions before even mixing the ingredients? Or that you could furnish a room virtually with furniture you've never touched? Yep, all of that is already possible. And the best part, you can try these ideas right now, for free. In this video, I'm going to show you 8 mind-blowing uses of the new ChatGPT that feel like they're straight out of a sci-fi movie. And the coolest part, each one of these applications opens a new creative portal for you to explore. So stick around till the end, because the last idea is simply genius. Let's go. 1. Image creation plus 3D transformation. You already know the new ChatGPT can generate amazing images, but what you might not know is what happens when you take those images to the next level. With help from another AI, you can turn these creations into 3D objects that can be rotated, lit, and explored from multiple angles. That's right, imagine creating a static piece of art and in just a few clicks, seeing it transform into something that looks like it came from a professional design studio. It's like taking a painting and breathing life into it. This connection between AIs marks a whole new creative paradigm. The image is no longer the final product, it's just the beginning. You can link it with tools like Runway Gen 4, which turns text into video, and create animated sequences with a level of realism that felt impossible until recently. All of this proves one thing: the future won't be about isolated tools, but interconnected creative ecosystems. And it gets even more impressive when you bring tools like Meshi or Luma AI into the mix. They can take a single 2D image and generate detailed 3D meshes with textures and depth, ready to be used in game engines like Unreal or Unity. Designers are now using these AIs to prototype characters, environments, and objects in hours instead of weeks, radically speeding up the creative process. We're not just talking about mock-ups or concept art anymore. We're talking about fully usable assets being built straight from imagination. It's a dream scenario for indie game developers, animators, architects, and anyone who wants to build a digital world from scratch, all powered by AI. 2. Simulating experiments with recipes. Now get this, ChatGPT is also changing how we think about cooking and science. It can turn recipes into visual flowcharts, organizing each step with surgical precision. But here's where things get crazy. The AI can predict the outcome of a mixture before it even happens. Let's test it. Imagine mixing a cup of olive oil with water, adding boba pearls, and a splash of red syrup. Sounds tasty, right? Now let's sabotage it. We add milk, and what happens? The AI knows exactly what to expect, simulating the physical and chemical reactions with zero lab tools. And what if we want to know what this mixture would look like in a month? ChatGPT can predict that too. This turns it into a kind of scientific time machine, capable of forecasting reactions and future states based on chemical knowledge. It's not just digital cooking, it's real research potential at your fingertips. And it goes further than food. You can simulate fermentation processes, model how ingredients break down over time, and even calculate how nutritional values shift after days of storage or exposure to temperature changes. Educators are using this to explain complex chemistry concepts in classrooms, turning hypothetical situations into visual, interactive demonstrations. Developers are also integrating these simulations into AR and VR platforms, so users can virtually mix substances and watch dynamic reactions unfold in real time. This blend of culinary creativity and predictive science is redefining what it means to experiment, making advanced concepts accessible, testable, and even entertaining for students, researchers, and curious minds alike. 3. Learning to draw and creating coloring books. If you've ever tried learning to draw, you've probably seen that classic tutorial where step 1 is draw 2 circles and step 2 is a finished, realistic owl. But now, with ChatGPT, you can actually get every step in between. It can create full visual tutorials showing every line and curve, guiding you from rough sketch to finished artwork. But it gets better. If you already have a drawing, you can ask the AI to break it into stages and turn it into a coloring book. This is perfect for beginners beginner artists, teachers, or content creators who want to teach techniques step by step in a fun, easy to follow way. It's like having a 24/7 drawing instructor, you with the creative flair of a full illustration studio. You can create, test, and edit with a flow that's never been seen before. The potential for education and entertainment here is massive, and with tools like DALL-E integrated into ChatGPT, you can even specify drawing styles, from manga to realism to abstract, and get tailored step-by-step guides that suit your goals. Educators can export these into printable activity sheets or digital coloring books for tablets, while parents can generate personalized art lessons for their kids. Plus, it supports iterative feedback. You can tell the AI to adjust proportions, suggest improvements, or even simulate how a professional artist might refine your sketch. What used to take years of practice can now be explored in hours with a virtual assistant that never runs out of creativity. Whether you're building an art curriculum or just trying to improve your sketches, this transforms how we learn, teach, and interact with visual art. 4. Creative map generation. Now let's travel somewhere that only exists in your imagination. The fictional world you've always wanted to draw. With ChatGPT, you can create fully customized maps, like the famous Paperland, a hilarious visual satire of academic life, with places like the dissertation desert and mountains made of scientific papers. These maps aren't just for laughs, they're powerful storytelling tools. You can make maps for fantasy worlds, games, books, RPG campaigns, or just to tell your own story in a visual way. It's like giving form to something that only existed in your mind. And the best part, the more context you give it, the richer the map becomes. It's a perfect fusion of imagination and execution, something that only became possible with tools like this. 5. Visualizing products on yourself. Ever see a hoodie online and wonder, would this look good on me? With the new ChatGPT, that question is answered in seconds. It can generate realistic images of you or any model wearing exactly that hoodie, shirt, or whatever product you're thinking of buying. This isn't just a cool trick, it's a revolution in online shopping. The e-commerce of the future is going to be visual, instant, and personalized. You'll be able to try out different styles, colors, and textures without ever leaving home or putting anything on. The impact of this on brands, stores, and consumers is huge. What used to require 3D modeling, photography, editing, and a lot of time now happens with one text prompt. We're talking about instant realism and total customization, a complete game changer. 6. Visual evolution. From Goggin to the new ChatGPT, remember Goggin? That AI from a few years back that seemed futuristic because it could turn simple doodles into landscapes. Well, now it looks outdated. The new ChatGPT delivers results so far ahead that it feels like we jumped 20 years into the future. It understands shapes, light, perspective, semantics, and delivers images with realism that looks like it came from an entire team of 3D artists. Comparing then and now shows how fast technology is moving. And the scariest part? This is still just the beginning. Every new version of these tools brings a huge leap in quality. It feels like we're inside a sci-fi movie, only with better graphics. AI is learning faster than anyone else, and the visuals are jaw-dropping. If this is what today looks like, the future is going to be even more unbelievable. 7. Neural rendering with custom style. Imagine this. You draw a simple texture, nothing fancy. Now with one command, ChatGPT applies that texture to a 3D teapot. But not just that, it creates multiple angles, applies lighting with realistic reflections, normal maps, even full scenes. This is called neural rendering. And just a short time ago, it would have taken weeks of research and thousands of hours of coding. Today, you do it with a single line of text. And it's not just about convenience, it's a complete shift in how visual production works. The AI understands the style you want and applies it to 3D objects with stunning fluidity. And while the results aren't perfect yet, what we can already do is such a giant leap that we can barely imagine where we'll be in a few more months. The limit now is your creativity, because the machine handles the execution for you. 8. Furniture assembly simulation. And to finish with a bang, who hasn't bought furniture and spent hours staring at the manual, wondering how that chaos will ever turn into a beautiful room? Now, you can just ask ChatGPT to show you what your space will look like once the furniture is assembled. It simulates the final result based on your room's dimensions, product style, and even the lighting. It's like a 3D preview of your future home. It doesn't just save time, it helps you make better decisions. And honestly, the only thing missing is for it to build it by itself. But with the way AI is evolving, that might just be a matter of time. The idea of an AI that plans, plans, organizes, assembles, and visualizes spaces isn't fiction anymore. It's a preview of our new reality. With every new application, ChatGPT proves it's not just a tool, it's an extension of our ability to imagine and create. So, did you get a glimpse of the revolution we're living through? AI is no longer just a question-answering tool. It's a lab of ideas, a creative studio, a design workshop, a time machine, all rolled into one. From building fantasy worlds to predicting chemical reactions, the new ChatGPT proves that the future is already here. And it's interactive, visual, and incredibly accessible. These 8 uses are just the tip of the iceberg. Every week, new possibilities emerge that seem to bend the rules of reality. And now I want to know, which one was your favorite? Which one are you excited to try? Drop it in the comments. And hey, if this video inspired you, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because in the next episode, I'm going to show you how to use these tools to actually make money with your creativity. See you there.